Finally, my friends, the cosmic forces that have been silently orchestrating the grandest transformation in human history are converging into one magnificent portal of awakening that opens precisely when the sun meets the moon in their eternal dance of creation and destruction on September 21st. For eons, ancient civilizations have whispered about this precise moment when the veils between dimensions grow thin and the very fabric of reality becomes malleable to those who possess the wisdom to navigate these celestial currents. Your soul did not arrive at this information by chance, dear seeker, but through a cosmic magnetism that has been drawing you toward this pivotal moment since the day you took your first breath. And now, as you read these words, something deep within your consciousness is already beginning to respond to the approaching transformation that will rewrite the very essence of what it means to be human in this reality. The numerical signature of this date holds secrets that would have made the ancient mystery schools tremble with reverence. For when we decode the sacred mathematics hidden within September 21st, we discover that this is not merely an eclipse, but a cosmic key unlocking dormant potentials that have been sleeping within humanity for millennia. 9 represents completion and spiritual mastery, while 21 reduces to 3, the number of divine creativity and manifestation. And together they create a frequency that resonates directly with your soul's deepest yearning for evolution and awakening. The Virgo energy that dominates this eclipse carries the vibration of purification and rebirth. But this is not the gentle cleansing you might expect from lesser cosmic events, but rather a complete molecular restructuring of your energetic blueprint that will leave you fundamentally altered at the cellular level, capable of perceiving realities that currently exist beyond your sensory threshold. Your physical body has been preparing for this transformation for weeks without your conscious awareness, manifesting as strange dreams filled with symbols you cannot quite remember upon waking, sudden changes in sleep patterns that seem to follow no earthly rhythm, and fleeting moments of heightened intuition where you know things you have no logical way of knowing. These are not random occurrences, but precisely orchestrated preparatory sequences designed by your higher self to ready your nervous system for the massive influx of cosmic energy that will flood through every cell of your being during the eclipse window, upgrading your DNA from its current 2-strand configuration to a 12-strand matrix that will unlock psychic abilities, enhanced intuition, and direct communion with the Akashic records containing all knowledge that has ever existed or ever will exist throughout the infinite expanse of time and space. The gravitational forces at play during this eclipse create a rare phenomenon that scientists are only beginning to understand, where the normal flow of time becomes distorted and linear cause and effect relationships break down, allowing thoughts and intentions to manifest at unprecedented speeds, while simultaneously opening windows into parallel timelines where different versions of your life are playing out with alternative outcomes. Saturn's opposition to this eclipse point creates a cosmic tension that acts like a spiritual pressure cooker, forcing everything that no longer serves your highest good to surface for immediate release, while Neptune's mystical influence dissolves the boundaries between your conscious and subconscious minds, allowing suppressed memories, hidden talents, and dormant spiritual gifts to emerge into your waking awareness with crystal clarity and undeniable power. Listen carefully to what your body is telling you right now as you absorb these words, because the very act of reading this information is beginning to activate dormant codes within your cellular structure that will reach full activation during the eclipse window, And you may already be feeling a subtle tingling in your hands, a gentle pressure behind your third eye, or an unusual warmth spreading through your chest area as your heart chakra begins to expand in preparation for the massive energetic download that is approaching. Those who are sensitive to electromagnetic fields may have noticed their electronic devices behaving strangely in recent days. Clocks running fast or slow, phones turning on by themselves, or unexplained interference with radio and television signals, all of which are perfectly normal responses to the intensifying cosmic radiation that precedes major consciousness shifts of this magnitude. The ancient texts speak of chosen souls who would incarnate specifically for this moment in planetary history, beings who have spent lifetimes preparing for the privilege of witnessing and participating in humanity's greatest evolutionary leap. And if you have found yourself drawn to this message against all odds and synchronicities, then you are undoubtedly one of these special souls who agreed at the deepest level to serve as an anchor point for the new frequencies that will reshape civilization itself. Your dreams over the next 72 hours will become increasingly vivid and prophetic, filled with symbols, numbers, and messages that your conscious mind may struggle to interpret, but your soul will understand perfectly. So keep a journal beside your bed and write down every fragment you can remember, no matter how bizarre or meaningless it may seem. Because these nocturnal transmissions contain the blueprint for your role in the coming transformation. The eclipse portal does not simply open and close like an ordinary celestial event, but rather creates a sustained energetic vortex that will continue amplifying and accelerating all forms of spiritual development for exactly 21 days following the initial activation, during which time your meditation practice will deepen exponentially, your intuitive abilities will sharpen to laser-like precision, and your capacity to manifest desired outcomes will increase by factors that would seem impossible under normal circumstances. This is why it becomes absolutely crucial to maintain strict mental discipline during this period, monitoring every thought and emotion with vigilant awareness, because the universe will be responding to your internal state with unprecedented immediacy and accuracy, manifesting both your conscious desires and your unconscious fears with equal enthusiasm and breathtaking speed. The grand trine forming between the eclipse point, transformative Pluto, and revolutionary Uranus creates what ancient astrologers called the triangle of transcendence, a geometric configuration so rare and powerful that entire civilizations have risen and fallen without ever experiencing its effects. Yet here you are, positioned perfectly to receive its full impact and channel its energies toward the fulfillment of your soul's deepest purpose and highest calling. This cosmic triangle acts as a celestial amplifier that takes whatever you focus upon during the eclipse window and magnifies it across multiple dimensions of reality, ensuring that the changes you initiate during this brief but potent time frame will continue rippling outward through your life experience for years to come, creating a cascade of synchronicities, opportunities, and miraculous interventions that will seem to flow effortlessly from the quantum field itself. Your connection to the collective unconscious will become so pronounced during this eclipse that you may find yourself spontaneously receiving information about global events before they occur, experiencing sudden insights into the thoughts and feelings of people thousands of miles away, or downloading complete solutions to problems that have puzzled humanity for generations. All of which occurs because the eclipse energy temporarily dissolves the illusory barriers that normally separate individual consciousness from the unified field of infinite intelligence that underlies all existence. The financial and material abundance that has seemed so elusive in your life until now will begin flowing toward you through unexpected channels and surprising sources, not because the universe suddenly decided to favor you, but because your elevated vibrational frequency will finally align with the prosperity that has always been waiting for you to become an energetic match for its manifestation. Prepare yourself for the most extraordinary 24 hours of spiritual acceleration you have ever experienced. Because the eclipse energy will not only transform your personal reality, but will fundamentally alter your relationship with time itself, allowing you to access memories from past lives with startling clarity, while simultaneously receiving glimpses of future potentials that await your conscious participation and deliberate activation. The healing abilities that have been dormant within your cellular structure since birth will spontaneously activate, beginning with your capacity to heal yourself through directed intention and expanding rapidly to include the ability to channel healing energy to others through touch, visualization, and even across vast distances through focused meditation and prayer, marking your initiation into the ranks of the lightworkers who have incarnated specifically to assist in humanity's ascension process. The electromagnetic field surrounding planet Earth will undergo a complete recalibration during the eclipse window, creating temporary disruptions in the normal flow of three-dimensional reality that manifest as increased synchronicities, prophetic dreams, spontaneous psychic experiences, and encounters with beings from higher dimensions who have been waiting for precisely this moment to establish direct communication with awakening humans. Your auric field will expand dramatically during this period, creating a natural shield against negative energies, while simultaneously broadcasting a frequency that attracts positive opportunities, loving relationships, and abundant resources with magnetic inevitability, transforming you into a walking focal point for miracles and serendipitous events that will astonish everyone around you. Those closest to you may begin commenting on subtle but unmistakable changes in your energy, noting that you seem to glow with an inner radiance that was not present before, that your voice carries a new depth and authority, and that being in your presence creates a sense of peace and upliftment that they cannot quite explain but find irresistibly compelling. All of which occurs because the eclipse activation permanently raises your base vibrational frequency to a level that naturally inspires and elevates everyone within your sphere of influence. The creative projects that have been gestating in your imagination for months or even years will suddenly demand immediate expression, flowing through you with such force and clarity that you will barely be able to keep pace with the flood of inspired ideas, artistic visions, and innovative solutions that pour through your consciousness like water through a broken dam. Your relationship with money and material abundance will undergo a complete transformation as you begin to understand that wealth is not something you acquire from outside yourself, but rather an energetic frequency that you embody and broadcast, attracting resources naturally and effortlessly through the simple act of aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions with the vibration of prosperity and generous circulation. The career path that once seemed so important will either evolve dramatically to accommodate your expanded consciousness, or will fall away entirely as new opportunities emerge that better match your soul's true purpose and your heart's deepest calling, leading you toward work that feels more like play and generates abundance in ways you never imagined possible. The scientific community will eventually discover that consciousness itself underwent a measurable shift during this eclipse, with instruments detecting changes in the planet's magnetic field, the behavior of subatomic particles, and the resonant frequency of the Earth itself. But those who are spiritually attuned will need no external validation to confirm what they know with absolute certainty in their hearts and souls. You are witnessing and participating in the birth of a new species of human being, one that operates from expanded awareness, enhanced intuition, and direct connection to the source of all creation, marking the end of humanity's childhood and the beginning of our emergence as the conscious co-creators we were always destined to become. The quantum leap in consciousness that occurs during this eclipse will be so profound that future historians will mark September 21st as the day humanity officially entered the next phase of its evolutionary journey, leaving behind the limitations of three-dimensional thinking and stepping boldly into multi-dimensional awareness that recognizes the interconnectedness of all life and the unlimited creative potential that exists within every awakened soul. Your children and grandchildren will grow up in a world where telepathic communication, energy healing, and manifestation through focused intention are considered normal human abilities. And they will look back on this moment as the turning point when their ancestors finally remembered who they truly were and claimed their birthright as divine beings having a temporary human experience. What happens in the next 72 hours will determine not only the trajectory of your personal spiritual evolution, but will also contribute to the collective awakening of human consciousness on a planetary scale. Because every individual who successfully navigates this eclipse portal becomes a beacon of higher frequency that helps anchor the new energies into the Earth's crystalline grid system, creating a network of light that will support and accelerate the awakening process for millions of souls who are still slumbering in the dream of separation and limitation. You have been chosen, prepared, and positioned for this moment throughout countless lifetimes of experience, wisdom gathering, and soul development. And now the time has come to step fully into your power as a conscious participant in the greatest transformation this planet has ever witnessed. Knowing that your participation in this cosmic event ripples out across dimensions and timelines to bless all of creation with the frequency of love, wisdom, and unlimited possibility. The portal is opening, the energies are building, and the moment of transformation approaches with unstoppable momentum, carrying you forward into a reality where miracles are commonplace, abundance flows freely, and love is the organizing principle that guides all decisions and actions, ushering in the golden age that visionaries and prophets have spoken of for thousands of years. And you, dear awakening soul, are both witness and participant in this magnificent cosmic event that marks humanity's graduation from unconsciousness into the full flowering of its divine potential and infinite creative power.